This is SoundOff 60, Southwest Louisiana's premier sports show. SoundOff 60 is presented by Merchants and Farmers Bank, where your future is our history. Also presented by Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar, home of SoundOff 60. Here are the guys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
Well, into 2 months of no live sports, guys, but it's starting to trickle back to life.
Where?
Slowly. Well, I'm not talking about the
Not
South Korean
bad,
baseball
but
league.
it's being talked about more. Let's say that.
Well, okay, you got this weekend, you got NASCAR.
Yeah, but
with no fans.
NASCAR is okay. Who's going to be that, You're just
Yeah,
talking
you
about
still
the
got
pit
the roar
people.
of the crowd,
But the pit people would be the only
Well,
ones
they're gonna
in
be there.
danger.
Well,
They're going to be there.
They have to change their own tires.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, let's not.
That would be a
be
test,
unique.
okay? We'll
Okay,
see how
that's-
good those guys are now.
That's what you're in
That's what we'll
for.
do.
This kind of goofiness about
That's what we'll
NASCAR
do.
racing.
We'll
The
definitely
drivers
see.
got to get, the racers got to get out of the car to change their
the
tires.
fans.
That's Hobbs' contribution.
Yeah.
Gidry on the far end, and whoa, that would be somewhat new or
Yes,
nostalgic.
it would be. I'm looking at
Is
that color.
No, I'm looking at you.
I'm looking
at
Is
you.
that the nostalgic Bronco
Yeah,
orange?
it is. You
Okay,
know.
all right, just checking.
Yeah.
In his former team colors.
Yeah.
Hobbs in the
Want to do
middle.
something different.
Hobbs in the middle. I don't know. Spring Hill, Houghton, Bossier City football team. I don't know.
Look
what
like
you
he's
know.
been playing golf, if you
I
ask me,
think
okay?
you're right about
That's
that.
what it looks like.
That would be Hobbs in the middle.
It
Cerro
is a
here.
little bright, but funny.
I love that color,
Very
though.
I'll
bright.
tell you a funny story about
Very
this
bright.
I
shirt
love that
real
color.
quick.
Go ahead.
The LSU Texas game, football game in Austin this year, I
Yeah.
happen to be wearing this shirt.
Oh, God help
Okay.
you.
Jesus.
Go ahead.
I'm walking from the parking lot to the press box. Well, I didn't know this, obviously, when I got dressed for the game. But like all the stadium workers at Texas
Wear
Stadium
that color?
wear kind of this color. I got stopped 15 times. Can you tell me where gate 7 is?
Yeah, or-
Where's gate 8?
You know
Give
what?
Me some peanuts
You know?
and cotton
Now, you
candy,
know what?
sir.
That might not be a bad idea if you didn't get a ticket.
Hey,
Let me
that's
stop.
the way to
Let
get
me-
in.
let
We
me
won't go there.
stop.
Okay,
Let me
you can
stop.
tell that Scooter Hobbs dresses himself.
Yes, he does.
You can tell that. All right, we're with you for the
like
next
this
30 or
shirt.
60 minutes, depending on which one of the fine television
Yes.
shows that we bring to you on either CBS Lake Charles or Suddenlink Cable Channel 4 throughout the week. And by the way, we are now have a digital presence. We're on YouTube.
We do.
You can access our YouTube broadcast later in the week through CBSLakeCharles.com TV.
We're
the
getting
website
big
for
time
CBS
now.
Lake
You know
Charles.
that?
You go on there, hit the right tab, and they'll take you to YouTube.
We're getting big
And
time
you can
now.
watch it anywhere in the world, so pass that
Hey,
along.
that's
right?
a good thing, man.
Anywhere in the
Everybody
world.
can look at it
All
now.
right, special guest coming to the table later on in the hour-long version of the show. Former Yankees, Cubs, and McNeese Cowboy pitcher
Yes.
Ray Fontenot will be here. Wow.
Look.
Talk about a myriad of things, because baseball's still not playing.
It's
we
not.
want to go down Bruce Springsteen glory days a little bit
Yeah.
with Ray, because we're friends with Ray, and we'll have a lot of fun with
But
that.
the thing I like about having Ray on, Ray's going to tell you just like it is. He's not going to sugarcoat it.
No, he
That's
won't.
what
I
I'm
don't believe
excited
that.
about
I don't
hearing,
believe
okay?
that to be the case either. We'll get into his thoughts in regards to
Yes.
baseball. How do you bring it back from
Yeah.
a player perspective? And of course, we'll get into the long-forgotten Houston Astros cheating scandal.
No, we won't
'Cause
forget
these
it.
guys have really caught a break with the pandemic.
Did they ever?
From a pitcher point of view, a former major leaguer himself. So that's coming up. Going to have a lot of fun. All right, big news from we talked about it last week. The NFL released the schedules.
They do.
And they, of course, the Saints were involved. What a home slate, and
Yes.
what a way to open up.
Yes. It is.
Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Bucks in the Dome.
In the Dome.
September 13th to open the year.
In the Dome. 2 times, baby. They play 2 times.
Of
baby.
course
Go
they
to
do,
Tampa,
in the division.
And they come to the Saints, baby. All right.
So they open up with Brady and Breeze,
Yeah.
2 of the statistical leaders.
That's, have you, I guess it has happened, 2 guys of that stature, Scooter and Rick, have we had anybody in comparisons to them that's met up back-to-back
Oh,
What do you mean back to back?
to play each other?
Oh,
many
many
have-
times.
but I'm saying,
many times.
I'm
I
trying to
can't,
think.
I can't remember the last
I
time
can't
Brady
think,
and
though.
Breeze played in a game. I'd have to go back
Yes.
to the
It
record.
wasn't that long ago. I
Really?
remember.
Okay.
It was 3 or 4 years
Has it
ago.
been?
I
Okay,
think.
okay.
We'll
then,
check
okay.
on it. Anyway,
That's
but-
going to be good.
But okay, and week 2, it's the Saints in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Against the
That'd
Raiders.
be the very
Yeah.
first NFL game in Las Vegas.
Will
it
it
be
be?
the
Yes,
first
it
one?
will be.
Will it be
First
the-
regular season.
Regular
Then
season.
they
It will be.
Played an exhibition.
Now, what does that lead you to think? The Raiders are in the AFC West, so that means New Orleans is playing, and who do they got to play?
Yeah.
the Super Bowl champion Chiefs.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
And the
Chiefs-
LA
look, let me-
Chargers. And, of course, the Raiders and your Denver Broncos. But it's the Chiefs. They got to.
We never talked really much in depth about the Chiefs, but hopefully that may be for another segment. But that was something
What
on.
about the Saints playing on Christmas Day?
Yeah, against who? A rematch.
Yeah.
Minnesota Vikings. Christmas
What
Day.
a bad day. What a bad day to
Christmas
play.
Day.
What a
we
bad
got a
day
lot
to
of
play
revenge
Minnesota,
factor
man.
built up in this one.
It's the only
What a bad
NFL
day.
game. It's not because.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a Friday.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the only NFL game. At least you give you something besides
Christmas
the
Day.
NBA on Christmas.
All right, so they play. They also play the NFC North. So you
Yes.
got Aaron Rodgers coming to the.
got a lot
Dome,
of people coming,
and they
man.
got the Lions, and of course the Bears, and then the Vikings.
This is.
Christmas Day.
I
Revenge
tell you,
game.
this is going to be. Whew.
Going to be
Saints are loaded,
that's
man.
a heck of a home schedule.
Yes,
that's
it
a heck
is.
of a home schedule. So it's going to be fun on that. And of course, the NFL. Look, they released it to start on September 13th. That doesn't mean everything's going to start.
No, but at least
We
they've
hope.
got a date.
Got a lot
I mean,
of
we've
time
got
to
a
work
starting
with.
date. We've got something
You got to
out
put
there.
something on paper. That's
got
right.
something out
All right,
there. That's
we'll take
good.
our first break. Coming up later on in the show, we're going to have word about a hotshot quarterback recruit commitment for the LSU Tigers out of North Texas.
Yeah.
He's got local ties.
Yeah.
The name of Nussmeier. Think
People are
about
still
that as we
looking,
go to
baby. It's
break.
not over yet.
Coming up next, pick the best Saints of all time. We're going to have fun.
I have mine.
Our picks of the best Saints in franchise record
Y'all will
history.
probably say that I'm being
gonna be
biased, though,
fun.
but that's okay.
All right, we'll do it offense and defense when we come back to Walk On. Stay right there.
SoundOff 60 is brought to you by Walk-Ons, Bistro and Bar, where great food, your sports, and good times roll. Stay here. The boys will be right back.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations, checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Come in today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Drew's favorite season? It's seafood lanyap season, only at Walk-On.
On or off the field, training and experience matter. As a board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeon, Dr. Brett Cassio has the training and experience to help you get back in the game. Award-winning research, the latest orthopedic techniques, right here at home. Cassio Sports Medicine.
You should know by now we're here at Walk-On's, home of SoundOff 60, and the patio is open for dining.
It
You
is.
can come down to
I see 'em.
Walk-On's. Yeah, we're looking
It
at
is.
it.
Couldn't get a
you know,
much better day for it than today.
But they
Beautiful. The
have a
weather's been
good
perfect.
social distance I'm looking at out there,
Oh,
too.
yeah. They all-
People are still doing what they're supposed to do.
as we are.
Yes.
Social distancing.
Yes.
Hobbs, don't get too
Very
close.
good.
To me.
Very good. Good to
look,
see that.
Perfect weather. I had the family here on Sunday for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Very easy. Go to the counter, place your order.
Easy.
They call your name, you go pick up your order at the counter, and you have a great time here at Walk-On.
Yeah.
Full menu, by the way.
It is.
Fantastic food. So keep that in mind. Walk-On's patio is open for business.
Yes,
All
it
right,
is.
are y'all ready?
We're ready.
We teased this last week. Here's how we're playing the game. You're going to see different position groups come up on the screen. Our choice. We're going to argue back. It's going to be the ultimate fussing and fighting here,
Yeah.
okay? But our picks for the best Saints by position all time.
Some of them we
All
should have.
time.
Some of them we should have. I mean, negated. We shouldn't have even had in there. Are we really going to discuss quarterback?
Well, we have a list. We have a list.
Some of them we should have just.
We gotta be
not
fair.
even. Am I right, Scooter? Some we should have just left
No,
off.
we
Because
gotta
there's no discussion when it comes to some of them.
Well,
None.
you're right. Some of them are kind of no-brainer here. So let me get the copious
We're ready.
notes here. All right. We're going to start on the offensive side, and we're going to start with the big men down front, offensive linemen. Now,
Yes.
we didn't do this by guard, center, offensive linemen.
Offensive line.
All right?
Yes.
So, all right, here are the finalists. Willie Roaf, Saints Hall of Famer, NFL Hall of Famer. Zach Street, he's in the booth, right? Stan Brock, Kyle Turley, Jim Dombrowski, and Teron Armstead, who is who's still on the team. All right. So you're looking at, what, 6 guys? All right. You know, we kind of narrowed these things down through former all-time Saints teams and my list. Okay.
Yes.
Kind of, you know,
Which we all have. All have.
All right. So we'll start on you, Mr. Denver Broncos.
It's easy, Willie. Done.
Willie,
Done. Some positions we don't discuss, honestly.
How many of them are in the Hall of Fame?
Scooter, he took my question. That was it. That was it,
NFL
Scooter.
Hall of Fame. Yeah.
That was it, Scooter.
Just one.
That was
All right,
it.
I got you.
Who's in the Hall of Fame?
We all agree. Willie Roaf.
All right, so who? Let's
Honorable mention. Throw in an honorable mention.
Well, I mean, who's second? I guess
I
you
got
would
my
say.
second. Stan Brock.
I'll
Stan
go Dombrowski.
Really? Good choice. Good choice. Very close. Stan Brock.
Okay.
Honorable mention.
I couldn't think about that one.
Yeah. Willie Roaf. From where?
Louisiana Tech.
That's homeboy.
Yeah. Willie. All right,
From
let's move on.
Arkansas, but played
It's a
at
homeboy.
Louisiana Tech.
All right, our pick for best Saints all-time tied in. And
Whoa.
here are
You got some trouble right
the
there
finalists.
now.
Jeremy
some trouble.
Shockey from the U, Henry
trouble.
Childs, Hobie Brenner, John Tice, and Jimmy Graham.
I've got
A
mine.
very strong list.
And
We'll
I know you
start
guys
with
may be a
in the
little bit-
middle.
Okay, I'm going to go, I suppose, with Jimmy Graham. But you left the number 2 choice off of that list.
Go ahead.
Ben Watson.
I disagree.
Well,
I disagree. I disagree.
Scooter's got it, Rick.
I looked at him.
Scooter's got a
I looked
point.
at him. I didn't. Not enough years.
Maybe
not
so.
enough years.
Maybe so.
You know, not enough years. Now,
Maybe so.
you're gonna challenge me on the years. I'd have to go back in the record book. I can't.
How many did Graham play?
7. 7 or 8.
That many?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. All right. So you're saying what? Jimmy Graham? All right. Guidry.
Okay. The 2 that I had was Shockey and Graham, but let me tell you why I'm going to go with Graham. You get a guy that convert from basketball to come in and be a tight end, that's talent. That's talent.
Yeah. Jimmy Graham.
That's talent, man.
All the touchdowns. You know, Drew Brees, the proliferation of him in the end zone. I got a surprising honorable mention in Hobie Brenner. Now, granted, I'm kind of an old timer.
Yeah.
You saw many games with Hobie Brenner.
I didn't see many
and
with him.
he was with them for close to 10 years. A
Yeah.
lot of catches.
I
He's
didn't
up
see
in
many.
the upper tier with the amount of catches.
Who was
Not
with
a
the
whole
Saints?
lot of arguing so far,
who was
but I
with the
think it's
Saints
coming.
during the Super Bowl? Tight end. Who was with them?
That would
was
be Jimmy Graham.
Shockey.
Okay.
No, I think it's Jimmy Graham.
Wait.
I think it was
See,
Shockey.
that's the question that I was
Jimmy
looking
Graham.
at. I thought it was Jimmy Graham.
I'll
Am I
check
right
on that.
on that?
I should know
thought
that.
it was Jimmy
but, all
Graham.
right. Running back.
Oh.
Here's where it gets tough. Here are the finalists: Chuck
is
Muncie,
tough.
George
I don't
Rogers,
care
Tony
what y'all
Galbraith,
say.
Dalton Hilliard, Reuben Mays,
Can I go
Pierre
first?
Thomas, Deuce McAllister, and Mark Ingram. I mean, the list grows a little bit, so I'm going to go
Well,
first.
did you
this
leave
time.
somebody else off too?
I
That was a
don't
local
think
guy?
so. We're gonna argue about the list? Let's
Okay.
argue about who's to pick. All right, this may surprise you. This is an emotional
I would
pick
tell you-
because I just loved him as a player, his ability to catch out of the backfield. Pierre Thomas.
No, that's not
7
bad,
years.
Rick.
Pierre Thomas was number 1
That's-
in my book.
that's
Mark
not bad.
Ingram with honorable mention. Go ahead, Guidry. It's your
That's
turn.
not. Well, guys, come on now. Y'all gonna say whatever, but there's 2 people I'm gonna go with and be strong with, baby. Purple and gold. I bleed it.
Oh,
Don't
put
hear
the
you.
helmet
I'm
on
sorry.
already.
Don't
Put it
hear you,
on.
baby.
right.
I bleed it. I will not let my guys down.
Dalton
I will not
Hilliard,
let him down.
I wrote a note here. Dalton
Don't
Hilliard,
Hilliard.
a tad over
Nothing.
4,100 yards.
There is
I will
nothing
not-
wrong with
I
a
will
pick of
not let
Dalton
him down.
Hilliard. I would have loved to have seen Hilliard play on better.
Yeah.
stuff. And he played on it. I got Deuce, and
Yeah.
I got Hilliard
Yeah.
is the backup.
Yeah.
Wow. Pierre Thomas.
I would go Pierre Thomas. Honorable mention. I would.
7
Pierre
fumbles in
Pierre
7
Thomas was
years.
a class
You
guy.
know, interesting.
Class
Hilliard,
guy, Pierre Thomas.
Mays, Thomas, McAllister, and Ingram, all 7 years. All of them played
Yeah.
7 years. You know, all
Yeah.
of them played. But Thomas with only 7 fumbles. All right, moving along. Receiver. Going to argue more. John Gillum, old timer, right? Opened up the franchise. Danny Abramowitz, one of my all-time favorites. Wes Chandler, Joe Horn, Eric Martin, Marcus Colston, and Michael Thomas. Back to you, Hobbs.
I
This
got
is
to go
interesting.
Michael Thomas, even
Yeah.
though he doesn't have the years yet.
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
3, 4?
3. Entering 4.
But I still, you got to go with him, and I'll go with Colston second. Wow. Barely over Eric Martin.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go.
We're going
look, I love Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
I got to go.
Michael Thomas.
Doesn't have the years yet.
Michael Thomas.
Marcus Colston.
Yeah.
Look at the old tape by Marcus
I
Colston. He
think
blows
Michael
you away.
Thomas is so much better
Yeah.
Well,
that you
3 years.
give him a pass.
Yeah.
for 3
The
years.
obvious.
That's my top
The
three. Who do you
obvious.
got?
The obvious is Michael Thomas, but like before, I'm going with Eric Morton because let me tell you why. Have you ever seen a guy? This one, it all started when you had big guys going across the middle, catching those 15 in routes, those 15 out routes, and taking that lick from those linebackers and that safety. Eric Morton.
When
Eric Morton
was there, their offense was built on him going across
Yes, it was,
the middle.
Scooter.
Very good.
And he didn't drop many balls, guys.
Let's
if you
not-
guys remember that now.
Let's not forget about Joe Horn.
Morton
who
didn't
was
drop many
also
balls.
Very good. All right, we got to end it. And last one, quarterback.
Okay.
Billy Kilmer, Archie Manning, Kenny Stabler. I threw him in because I love Kenny Stabler.
Yeah.
Bobby Hebert, Aaron Brooks, and Drew Brees.
I think we'll take a pass.
Hurry up, we're
We'll
running
take
out
a pass on this. Come on, guys. Really?
What?
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees.
But
Come on now.
I love my Archie now.
I know you were going to say that.
Drew
I know you were going
Brees,
to say that. I
Drew
know you were
Brees,
going to say
Archie
Archie.
Manning, is
Archie
number
get an
2
honorable
on
mention
all of
for
our
me.
list. I think what
'Cause he's a
drags down
Louisiana
Archie,
guy. Get
11
honorable mention.
years, a little under 22,000 yards, and 156
Yeah.
picks.
What
But they
was-
were awful, awful teams.
What were the longest out of the
Awful.
quarterbacks that played there? How many years did Archie play there?
11. But Drew Brees
And Drew?
is 13. Yeah.
Okay.
Archie played 11, and then you got guys like Bobby Hebert with 6 or 7, and
Yeah.
Aaron Brooks and that whole
Yeah.
thing. I threw Billy
Very good
Kilmer
list,
in
though,
there,
Rick.
'cause-
Very good list you put together.
Hey,
Very good list, man.
We got more fighting to do.
Very good
Defense
list.
is coming up next.
love defense
Owner
now.
and head coach.
I love defense.
Owner. Oh, we got 2. We're coming back to walk on. Stay right there.
SoundOff 60 brought to you by Merchants and Farmers Bank.
Enjoy a more reliable, responsible, intelligent, and connected indoor environment that easily adjusts to your preferences, no matter where you are. Uncompromising, unmistakable. Luxair. Get connected with a Luxair dealer near you by visiting luxair.com/solar supply.
If history has taught us anything, it's that we can get through anything. And that beer sometimes helps. So Coors Light is buying. Go to @CoorsLight on Twitter to send someone a 6-pack on us. Because, man, we could all use one right now.
All right, welcome back to Walk On. SoundOff 60 presented to you by Coors Light, made to chill for
Yes.
Southwest Louisiana and our scorching hot summers, which is coming up very soon. Been beautiful lately, though. All right, you ready? Saints, our picks
Yes.
for all-time greatest New Orleans Saints from the defensive side. Let's start with the big guys up front, the defensive linemen. It starts with Doug Akins and ends with Cam Jordan. You see the list. At number 7 or 8, you got Derlin Moore in there, and the late Will Smith and Frank Warren. We'll start back with you, Mr. Guidry. What do you got?
Will Smith. Will Smith.
The late Will Smith.
I'm going to go Cameron Jordan. Close call over Will Smith.
Yeah.
Scooter.
I'm agreeing more than I thought.
Scooter.
Yes, Will Smith,
on.
number 1.
Scooter.
And Cam Jordan, close at 1A of what Jordan has been able to do.
No doubt. No doubt.
You know who was also very good, who's kind of is Joe Johnson. Joe
Yes.
Johnson was very good
Yes.
in his time
Yes.
on the defensive line. All right, let's get back to defensive back. Your area of expertise, Mr. Guidry. The list is long again. Tommy Myers from the olden days, Dave Waymer, Darren Sharper, who is probably still in jail, rightfully so.
Come on, Rick.
Tracy Porter, Malcolm Jenkins, and we threw in the young guy, Marshawn Lattimore. All right, Hobbs, best defensive back that wore the black and
Here's the problem. With defensive backs, you always remember when they screwed up.
A lot of times
more
you do.
than
That's
the
the only
good
thing you do remember, okay? Because that's what features.
Just kind of a personal fair. I always liked the way he played. I'm going to go Roman Harper.
Yeah, no. And that's what it comes down to sometimes.
Yeah.
You watch
Yeah.
a guy, you just like the way he played and played every down tough. I
Number
can't
2,
argue
I'd
with
probably
that.
have Malcolm Jenkins.
A very good choice. Who's back with the Saints? I'm going to go Tracy Porter because
See,
of the play.
Tracy.
He was good now. He was good cover.
He had
But
2
the interception.
plays,
Who
if
had
you
Tracy?
remember.
He did.
Tracy had the pick in the Super Bowl. Am I
did.
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tracy would be
And
on that
also
list
Tracy
because
Porter,
of that too.
also had
Honorable
the
mention.
Yeah.
And we had him on our show.
We did. After
Yes,
he
we
won the
did.
Super Bowl.
Yes, we did.
Is Mike McKenzie. Mike McKenzie, honorable mention. Go ahead.
Okay.
Mike McKenzie.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Malcolm Jenkins and Porter, partly because Malcolm is coming back, and that says a lot for an organization that wants to take a player back after leaving.
Good point.
Because that's a class guy.
All right, here's
That's
where
a class guy.
This should be a no-brainer, but you never know. Linebackers.
Wait a minute.
This will appear on your screen. All-time greatest Saint linebacker.
I'm going to see what you're going to say because I know what my answer is going to be.
Jackson, Pat Swilling, Vaughn Johnson, Sam Mills, the late Sam Mills, and Jonathan Vilma. And what is the core of this? The Dome Patrol.
The Dome Patrol.
4 All-Pros in 1 year out of a linebacker group.
The Dome Patrol.
I think it knows Hobbs.
Man, that gives me, that was the best.
I'm going Ricky Jackson
Yeah.
and over Sam Mills. Tough call.
Scooter's going Ricky Jackson because he played golf with him, okay? That's why he's going with him, okay? Because he played golf with him.
Hall of Fame.
What was that?
Class act guy, too, man. Class act guy. I'm with Scooter. You want to put all 4, but we only picking one.
Nope.
Ricky Jackson.
Ricky Jackson,
he put the
I
Saints on the
agree,
map,
and
man. He put the
honorable
Saints on the
mention,
map.
Sam Mills.
Yeah.
Undersized
Saints
middle
on the
linebacker,
map.
and boy, they were all good.
Sam Mills reminded me of the guy from Chicago, the little linebacker. What's his name, Scooter? It's on the tip of my tongue.
Oh,
You always think I'm this.
you know
Mike
who I'm talking
Singletary.
about.
Mike Singletary.
He reminds me of Mike Singletary,
The
man.
eyes.
Plays like him,
yeah. You're right.
Plays like
Mike
him
Singletary.
also.
All right, let's have some fun here. We had to throw it in an important position. Best punter in Saints history.
That might be the easiest one of the
Yeah,
bunch.
I know,
Yeah.
but
More
Kicker's going to be easy, too, though.
But if
I
if-
struggled
Kicker's
to
gonna be
type
easy,
his
too.
name in, Russell Erksleben.
I wanted to ask you about that. You took a guy
I know.
who is roundly considered one of the stupidest draft picks
Yep.
in the
He is,
history
Scooter.
of the NFL.
You shouldn't
Yep.
have said
A
that, Scooter.
team that had never had a winning season chose a kicker in the
Yeah.
first round.
I have no idea.
Their excuse
What would-
was he could punt and place kick.
yeah.
Turned out he couldn't do either
Either
one.
one.
That's true.
And you want to put him on
Yeah,
this
you know
list.
why?
That's on the
Because
GM.
I wanted to hear your diatribe.
Picking the GM on that, though. That's a GM mistake.
All right,
there.
so
we
you
pick
see the list.
GM.
It really is a no-brainer.
No, it is.
Thomas Morstead.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's been doing it. Gosh, he's got to be 10 years now, and he's just.
No doubt.
Tommy Barnhart was very good. I looked at his numbers.
I agree, Rick.
Tommy Barnhart was very, very good.
I agree.
All right, place kicker. Well, let's have some fun here. I think we'll all agree, but it might be interesting. Tom Dempsey, but
Come on.
only kicked for a few years.
Yeah.
The late Tom Dempsey, who recently
But-
passed. Morton Anderson, John
Yeah.
Carney, Garrett Hartley. What's his claim to fame? We'll talk about that. And Will Lutz, the present kicker. All right, we're back to you, Guidry.
I'm going to go with
Don't shock me now.
Thomas, man.
Who? Tom Dempsey?
Yeah.
For the kick?
Yeah. Let me tell
Oh,
you
my
why.
God.
But let me tell you
Because
why.
of one kick?
But let
One
me tell you
kick?
why. But let me tell you why. The way
Emotional favorite.
the guy with the shoe.
I
I mean,
know.
that's different, Rick.
Oh, it's
With the
different.
shoe,
but
man.
all-time
It's
best
different.
Come on now, Scooter.
Hobbs,
with the shoe,
bail him
man.
out.
You got to give him credit for that.
Bail him out.
It's Morton Anderson.
Morton
but
Anderson,
if we
yeah,
do
probably.
this in a couple more years, we might say Lutz.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. You're right
Well,
about that.
but let
Morton
me say
Anderson,
this.
all time.
Yeah.
All time.
Who had the longest? Who had the longest? Out of
right,
all of them.
Tom Dempsey.
Okay.
All right, he
Okay.
did, but he only
Okay,
kicked
who
two
had
and a
the
half
longest?
years.
Yeah, but
Morton Anderson for
special,
all
man.
the years.
Morton
all the
Anderson
big
was a heck
kicks.
of a kicker. Yes, he
Garrett
was.
Hartley, remember, kicked them into the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Remember the kick against the Vikings?
Yep.
He made the kick.
That's a good list, Rick.
Quickly
You
in
can't
our
go wrong.
last 30
That's
seconds.
a good lick, man.
Top executive general manager, only two
this gonna be
finalists,
good.
Jim Finks, the late Jim Finks, and Mickey Loomis.
Yeah.
I go Finks.
What?
Just by interviews
What?
that I had a few
Okay.
interviews with him.
Okay,
and
you know him, then. You had a
what
chance to talk to
guy.
him.
What a guy.
Well, all-time one of the, he should be in the Hall of Fame. I would think he would
Yeah.
be. No, Mickey Loomis. Loomis?
Yeah, I'm going with Loomis.
Okay.
going
All right,
with Loomis.
owner.
Don't forget,
What?
Finks
There's only one
built
play.
the team
He did.
that
No.
was the first good team the
He did.
Saints ever had.
He did.
Well,
but
But
Loomis
it was
put
a
him in
good-
the Super Bowl. All right. Owner, Meekum and Benson, the late.
Oh, gee.
Come on now, really?
All right, Tom Benson.
Really?
Kind of wins by default.
Really?
But he wins.
Yeah.
All right.
Some
head
we shouldn't have
coach.
even discussed.
You see the list on your screen. Boom, Jim Moore, Jim Haslett, Sean Payton. Is there an argument?
Sean Payton is my guy, man. Sean Payton's my guy.
Playoff.
Playoffs.
Sean Payton's my guy. Sean
Payton
Payton's
is
my
it,
guy.
but Jim Mora gets honorable mention.
Honorable mention,
if
Jim
indeed,
Mora.
just for the quote. All right, that was
Honorable
fun.
mention.
Next week,
This was
same
good.
deal,
This was
all-time
good.
LSU.
Diddley, you don't know diddly poo.
I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't know diddly
This
poo,
is
but I'm
good.
going to work my way through LSU. All right, take a break. We're coming back to Walk On. Stay right there.
preparing a meal, it's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Drew's favorite season? It's seafood lanyap season, only at Walk-Ons.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations, checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Come in today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
All right, welcome back to Walk-Ons and SoundOff 60. Want to welcome in an old friend of ours, former Yankees, Cubs, and mcneese Cowboy pitcher Ray Fontenot has joined us. Been a while, my friend.
It's
glad
been a while.
to have you back. How you feeling? How's the family?
Hey, everybody's good. We're above ground. Everybody's healthy.
Excellent.
Working hard and chasing grandkids.
Excellent, excellent. All right, you've been out of baseball a long time.
Yep.
Over the years, I mean, maybe the first 2 or 3 years after, whatever time frame you want to put on. There was no inkling to get into the game, be it minor league and then work your way up, or coaching, college, maybe even get back into majors through the system?
You know, when my time was up, you know, it ended short because of an injury.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you wish you could have ended because you couldn't cut it anymore, but it got cut short. I had a newborn and I had a 2-year-old, and man, I just never really thought about going in and into the game. You got to start raising a family and leaving it behind. And there were some times every now and then you'd say, man, I wonder if I ought to go. I still knew the guys in there, the coaches and stuff. But for the most part, I was happy with putting it behind me and looking ahead. And
Where did you when you got out of playing? It was you settled back down in
yes,
this area?
came right.
Okay.
Yeah, I never was one to kind of go back. When the season was over, I was right back in Lake Charles.
Good for you. Good for you.
Too much hunting and fishing.
Yeah, there you go.
Yankees and Cubs. You did your major league debut with the Yankees, and then when you moved to National League. All right, that's 2 pretty heady ballparks. What was it like? Did it hit home with you the first time you took the mound in Yankee Stadium or in Wrigley Field?
It did, but I think you kind of got geared at spring training, and not to say I was cool as a cucumber. Yeah, I was nervous. You couldn't pull a greased needle out of me for a while, but yeah, you kind of got used to it at spring training. And my first, you know, I guess nervousness came when they first called me up. And it was kind of a funny story is that they told me the night after a AAA game, hey, you're going up the next morning.
Yeah.
So we went out, Don Mattingly and Otis Nixon and our wives went and had dinner. And
they were on the AAA team with you?
Yeah. And we had a little bit too much fun. And next morning woke up, needed a Tylenol. Well, guess what?
Where were you?
In Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
That was a AAA. So I asked my wife to go get it. She comes back in the room and she said, Ray, the truck's not there. I went, golly, I gotta go get it myself. I went downstairs. Somebody had stolen my truck.
Your truck's not there. Okay.
And then to make things worse, after they write the report, I get a phone call from Johnny Oates saying, hey, the deal for Doyle Alexander fell through. So all those getting ramped up and all happy ended up with a big downer. So by the time they did call me up, it was like, are they going to call me back down? Is it going to be a fake or not?
And all your truck gets stolen.
Yeah.
Did they find the truck?
Yes, they found the rear axle with the U-joint in a chop shop. But another teammate had his stolen about a week before. Ben Callahan, they did the same thing with him. So so that nervousness, I think it all got through me early on.
Yeah. Help me out here. Hobbs mentioned the Yankee Stadium. You overlapped with your buddy out of Lafayette, Ron Guidry.
Yes.
Did you not for the time you were there? 2 years? That had to be pretty cool. 2 guys from the South Louisiana, from the bayous.
Yeah, they had a lot of fun with it.
I'm sure they did.
They had a lot of fun with it. You know, we could speak in French a little bit between each other. And
who had the thicker accent? I think probably Guidry a little bit then, huh?
He had a thicker accent, but he couldn't speak French all the way. I could.
You had him beat
I was
there.
fluent.
Yeah. What was that? What was that like? You guys playing?
It was not. It was good. It was. He had somebody, the older guy that was there, and kind of spent a long time in the minor leagues, and when he got up there with the success, he was able to get you to calm down a little bit, do your bit, and it was very helpful, and it was friendly. Our wife, it was nice to have my wife, to have someone as a 22-year-old mom with a 6-month-old baby up in New York City to help out and kind of help the ropes.
I wanted to ask about that. I think more so, I mean, you're, South Louisiana guy. Next thing you know, you're not only pitching for the Yankees, you got to live in New York City.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what part of New York did you live in? What was it like going to the ballpark every day? What was the routine?
We rented Bucky Dent's house out in Wyckoff, New Jersey, because Bucky Dent had left to go to Texas. And he it was a good deal. He had a couple of vehicles in the driveway he wanted driven, so that was nice. So we didn't have to bring vehicles up there, but it was always a long drive. You had an hour and 45 minutes if you left on time, you were lucky to get there in an hour and 45 minutes. But
from there to Yankee Stadium,
from
you're
there
talking about?
There was very few that actually lived in the city, but of course Dave Righetti was not your normal left-hander either, and he lived in the Bronx, and he loved it. He took an apartment right in the middle of it, so it was pretty cool.
Ray Fontenot, former Major League pitcher and former McNeese Cowboy pitcher as well, joining us here on SoundOff 60. Been a while since you've been on the show with us. Talk about your days in the major leagues. Later on, he's going to hang with us for an extra segment. We'll talk about the return of baseball from a player's perspective and with this unusual circumstance we're going through right now with the pandemic. And yes, we're going to get his thoughts on the Houston Astros cheating scandal a little bit later on in the next segment. Back to some playing days. You hear the old-timers. I'm not calling you an old-timer, but you hear that, oh, the game was this in my day and that, the football, the baseball guys. You know, I look at the game today, it's a tough game, but a lot has changed. When you watch it, if you go to a game and you watch it even primarily on TV, do you see a distinct difference in how the game is played? For either from your position as a pitcher or infield, outfield, what?
I guess the biggest thing right now, I talked to some of the old coaches that I played for before. A lot of them have just left the game. They said it's all analytics, it's all angles and analytics, but if you're watching the game, I guess the biggest thing is the way they shift. And
that's fairly recent.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
crazy.
only the last, 2 or 3 years maybe, that this shift.
And
it annoys me too. I don't know what the answer is, but I know it annoys me.
The other thing is just how temperamental these hitters are for hitting the ribs. I mean, it's not a big deal.
Not a big
part of the game.
Well, that's coming from you. Well, it's part of the game.
Part of the game.
Okay. Do you support even this day and age where the belief is these guys? I don't know. I mean, you would be more the expert. They're bigger, stronger. I mean, of throwing at guys to test them, maybe throw inside. Is that still part of the game, and should it be part of the game?
It is part of the game.
Okay.
This is my side of the plate. This is your side of the plate. You get on mine. If you get hit in the arm, I'm doing my job because you were leaning over.
Right.
Now, I was never one to, although I led the league in '84 and hit batsmen, I was a control pitcher, but it was mainly because I was throwing inside and they were leaning out over the plate. But, hey, if a guy hits a home run, he did his job and you didn't do your job. Now, you go in there with your spikes up high on my second baseman, that's not doing your job. I'll do my job for my player.
All right.
And my teammates always knew that I was going to be there on the mound to have their back. But right now, just to throw at somebody is chicken. But I got a feeling, and we'll probably talk about it later.
Yes, we will.
There's going to be
some
players that know the dirt very well.
It's coming.
This year.
All right, real quick before we get through, because Kevin will be here next segment. Other than Yankee Stadium and Wrigley, your home ballparks, what was the most exciting stadium you thought to pitch in?
Wrigley Field was, by far the nicest one as far, in Yankee Stadium. But Fenway Park, they're right on top of you. One of the prettiest stadiums, the nicest stadiums, is always in San Diego. It was just a great play. I guess to me, one of the most boring ones was the Dodger Stadium, and it's famed, but one of the nicest stadiums to play at was San Diego, I think.
Okay, all right. Ray Fontenot, former Major League pitcher. Quickly, McNeese Cowboys, the resurgence of Cowboy baseball under Justin Hill. I say
awesome.
he's done some
great
good things.
Yes, doing really good. He's kind of got the support I think a lot of the coaches in the past, he went after the support. You know, good teams bring support, but sometimes you just need to have the right person out there. I think Terry Burrows started up getting the support as a local guy, and I think Justin Hill has taken the.
Who was the coach at your time?
Hubert Bowles, Coach
Hubert Bowles.
For 2 years, and then Johnny Sidham.
Okay. All right, we'll leave it at that.
Plenty of stories.
I'm sure you do. All right, we'll take a short pause. We're coming back to Walk On more with Ray Fontenot when we return. Stay right there.
If history has taught us anything, it's that we can get through anything. And that beer sometimes helps. So Coors Light is buying. Go to @CoorsLight on Twitter to send someone a six-pack on us. Because, man, we could all use one right now.
On or off the field, training and experience matter. As a board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeon, Dr. Brett Cassio has the training and experience to help you get back in the game. Award-winning research, the latest orthopedic techniques, right here at home. Cassio Sports Medicine.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable, personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations, checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Come in today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
Enjoy a more reliable, responsible, intelligent, and connected indoor environment that easily adjusts to your preferences, no matter where you are. Uncompromising, unmistakable, Luxair. Get connected with a Luxair dealer near you by visiting luxair.com/solar supply.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Drew's favorite season? It's seafood lanyap season, only at Walk-Ons.
All right, welcome back to Walk On SoundOff 60, presented to you by Solar Supply and Luxair Air Conditioning and Heating Units. We want to welcome back Ray Fontenot, former pitcher for the New York Yankees, Chicago Cubs, throwing a little Minnesota Twins in there as well, and the McNeese State Cowboys, having some good conversation at baseball. We went down a little memory lane. That was fun. Let's shift it to where we are now in the major leagues. A lot is being said about the game needs to change with the times. Baseball is, boy, it can be entrenched in the traditions of the game. And a lot of that, Ray, centers on the time it takes to get the ball out of the deadgum pitcher's hands to the plate. Speed the game along. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Really?
Speed the game. Speed the game up.
Okay, I'm a little surprised to hear that.
There was a lot of people that, when I pitch, I like to get the ball, I like to get on the mound.
Yeah.
Don't let the hitter have so much time to dig in, think about what you're doing.
So you were more of a speed hitter. You were a tempo guy.
Yes,
you wanted to move it
I
along.
like the tempo. I like, you know, there are a lot of guys that just, that you knew when you were going to pitch against a certain pitcher that it was going to be a 3-hour game. You knew some guys it was going to be, you know, a 2.5-hour game because those strikes, get the ball, throw strikes, you know. So, yeah, the tempo of the game needs to be going. They used to just, there was a time when they would tell you on the, you know, the timeout, the TV timeouts, that just aggravated a lot of people, especially when you're in a groove and stuff. So, yeah, I think the tempo needs to speed up on the game. You know, I'm not real sure about this instant replay. I'm not a real big fan. I think the game is all about human error, whether it's the player making
You're going to make it.
the player making the mistake, the coach making a mistake. Umpires have a right to make a mistake.
Yeah, but Ray, some of that, the tempo is the hitters too.
Sure.
Constantly stepping out of the box, constantly, you know, doing the belt, doing the groin,
fixing the elbow pass, all of that,
doing undoing the doggone gloves, constantly doing that. So it's a combination of but overall, you want the game to move at a higher pace.
Sure. There were always ways to make the hitter get a little quicker.
There's
always ways.
I like the idea.
Hey, that's good. Wait, one of the questions, man, that I've always wanted to ask, man, that you see it when a ball is hit in the outfield and a fan reaches over to try and make the catch and interferes with the player itself, what's the line in between that to where the player can have a better chance at catching the ball to keep it from being a home run? You know what I'm saying when I say that?
Well, if they were
that's
catching,
been one of the biggest.
If they were catching mine in Wrigley Field, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
If it did hit that net that stood
Yeah.
about that far from the wall.
How can a player better benefit from that than a fan reaching over and interfering with him trying to catch a fly ball?
You cannot dictate to fans
Really?
that have had a few beers that are
Wow.
they want the ball.
You know that's cost some games.
It penalized, yes, it penalized the team, and that's just the fact of the game. That's just self-restraint on the fans.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's really.
I agree.
That's
Unless they're catching my home run.
Yeah, unless they're in your day. All right. Boy, 162 games in this day and age.
it's a lot.
It's a lot. All right. If you were commissioner, would you attack that first, or leave it?
162 games in 180 days is the way baseball's always been played.
Yeah.
I mean, but then you get 4.5 months off in the wintertime. So,
Okay.
hey, let's play.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's
so,
play.
The strain.
But some of the devil's advocate or think it's a money thing, because baseball teams make a lot of money on local television. I mean the big markets, New York, Chicago, L.A., even Cincinnati, make a lot of money on local TV. It's programming, it's content.
Yeah,
they
sure.
want a lot of games because it still earns them a fair amount of money. But from a player perspective, is it too many?
I don't
No?
think so.
Okay. Well,
most players,
look,
this is from a pitcher who pitched every 5 games,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, this is exactly.
Exactly. Okay.
Now, a catcher that's sitting back there for 162 games,
Yeah.
he might say,
yeah, it's too much.
Yeah.
It's too
But
much.
everyday players, I think you want to get out there and play.
Yeah.
You sit out 2 or 3 days, or I don't know. 162 games in 180 days is the ticket. It's always been. Now this year it's going to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think they just announced that they're going to maybe start up again on 4th of July, and it'll be without fans, and they're going to drop it down to an 81 season game for the time being. So, I mean,
Let's go there. Let's go there, Ray. I'll let you in there, Kevin.
Okay.
How much time would the players need? I mean, they didn't even open in spring, did they not? I mean, I can't.
No,
maybe some pitchers
they didn't even start. But look, these guys have been working out.
Yeah.
These guys all have a workout facility, especially nowadays.
Special trainers too.
Especially, and they have their trainers, and they're going around and they're keeping themselves in. Now, they want to get used to seeing live hitters, and the batters want to see live pitchers. It's not going to take them a long time. They'll be in shape, player shape, because they were in player shape when they shut it down.
I agree.
They'll be in player shape. It's just a matter of how they decide to divvy up the season, and they're going to shorten it up. And I guess one of the first ways to do it is just cut out the interleague games.
Yeah.
Just cut the interleague games out, and you can cut the season down pretty good right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're going to do it.
Ray, one of the biggest questions I know that's been probably talked about, and it seems like it's almost going away now, is with the Astros, with all what's happened with the cheating scandal and all of this with the players and stuff and all that. As a pitcher, Ray, how would you take that if you've got somebody in the dugout calling your pitch, beating on something, or beating on the trash can? As a player, how does that make you feel?
First of all, it's not going away. It's not going away, and it will not go away no matter how long this coronavirus lasts.
You're talking about the scandal.
The scandal.
Yeah, the scandal.
I agree. I agree.
The
And it shouldn't.
The
And it
memory.
shouldn't.
is-
No, I don't think it. I hope it doesn't.
Look, it was always part of the game.
Yeah.
If your catcher was showing your signs, there was somebody there on each coach on the base to look at that.
Right.
If you were tipping your pitches, there was always someone in the dugout from the other team looking to tip your pitch.
Right.
Very seldom did, in fact, not that I can remember, did they relay that to the hitter.
Wow.
Unless you were on second base.
Right.
And you stole the catcher's signs. And then it was always a look this way for a breaking ball or a look forward like this for a fastball. But you had to be really, really lax to be able to get your signs stolen. Now, we had cameras on us, so our own people were looking at every one of our pitches on everything to say, you're tipping your curve, you're tipping your changeup.
Right.
But to do
Even
it with...
in your day.
Oh, yeah, it was
Really?
part, but it was...
Cameras were, they were,
It was
could see.
physical. No, it was our own personal
Yeah, I got
cameras
you.
Right.
Okay.
just
That was looking
filming
at
you pitch
Okay.
for
Right.
your benefit. But to have it from outside technology, being it relayed and then turned
that's-
around on every pitch, That's a no, and that's not going away. And people are going to, you're going to see, they might as well just get boxing gloves out and give them to the umpire, put them in his back pocket.
Wow. What is going to be when they get back on the field, the Houston Astros, what can they expect?
Not pretty.
I mean, a lot of time has gone by.
Pretty.
And
a lot of pitchers have long memories. And
they do.
Elements, you know. Yeah. So I think
of Clayton Kershaw. I think of Clayton Kershaw and the Dodgers. I mean, the guy has had a postseason
When you
nightmare
think about it, Ray, a couple fastballs might be a little bit uncontrollable by the pitchers, you think?
Sure.
It may get away from them. Decide a game.
It may get away from them, maybe, by accident.
They're going to give warnings right off the bat.
I bet they will.
They're going to warn you right off the bat. There are going to be a lot of pitchers thrown out. There'll be a lot of managers thrown out, but they will get the point across
that
what they did was not proper.
Would you do it?
Wow, Ray.
Would you throw at them?
That's a good question, Vic.
Only if I was on the mound.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay, if you're on the mound.
Yeah, you on the mound, Ray. You on the mound. Would you throw at one of them?
It's a part of the game.
Part of the game.
But if you transport yourself into 2017, 18, and 19, and now 20, that's still going across. It's still crossing the line, man, is it not?
The umpires still warned us on retaliation.
Yeah.
You still had to go out there and have your players back no matter what it cost you. I got thrown out a few times for it. Fine for it. Normally, the team would pay your fine, but for the most part, these pitchers that, you know, when you sit there and you watch a guy throwing 97 miles an hour and he breaks off a darn 74-mile-an-hour hook on you and you stay back like you knew, I told my wife, they know what's coming, and this was before anything broke. I'd say there's no way you lay off of that with a guy throwing 97. And then him throw a 97-mile-an-hour fastball up in their face and then get on top of a ball after seeing an 84-mile-an-hour break. There's no way.
Ray Fontenot is with us, former Major League pitcher, talking about the Houston Astros cheating scandal. Were you surprised when Manfred, the commissioner, came out and had no penalties against any of the players?
None.
No.
You weren't surprised?
No.
Do you agree with that?
I think it was something that was, if the team knew it, it should have been the fines. That's just me personally, the fines on the team itself.
But not the players?
How do you back up? How do you know that he knew that player?
Am I crazy? Am I crazy in my statement that they should have the World Series title stripped? Am I crazy to say that?
I really don't have an opinion on
that.
Okay. I really truly think.
I know it's a reach.
Yeah.
I know it's a reach.
It's I guess when you say that, Rick, what do you have to actually back that up to say this is evidence that we know?
Players' testimony.
Yeah.
Several of the Houston Astros said we did this. All right, in our last set, go ahead.
Well, that home run, how can you prove that he knew what was coming on that pitch and that he wouldn't have been sitting on it?
Okay, all right. Valid, but boy, they knew.
That's a good point, though,
right? They
knew. In our final couple of seconds here, you were of the era where they had some characters as managers. I mean, some of the names pop into my head. Now they seem, a lot of the managers are kind of, vanilla.
Kind of lax.
But in your day and age, man, they were crazy. They had some crazy ones.
Yeah. Billy Martin.
Yeah, okay, that one come to mind. Who's the manager? Earl Weaver.
Yeah.
Earl Weaver he was going to have a heart attack every time he got out of the Billy Martin, one story about Billy Martin.
Billy would just come out on the field and say, come on, Fontenot, you're cutting into our beer time.
Yeah. Even though you were pitching fast.
Yeah. Hey, come on, you're cutting get this guy out. You're cutting into my beer time, you know.
Good guy, though. Right?
Good guy. He was right behind you.
One other question I got to get Ray in. Ray, when you talk about McGuire and Barry Bonds, those guys knocking all those home runs out the park and stuff, and they went back later to say that it was steroids that was involved, let me ask you this question as a pitcher. If a guy's on steroids, does he not still have to hit that ball no matter what you pitch him?
He still has to have the hand and eye contact to make that. But those steroids make you a little quicker, a little more strength. Some people, they get jammed, a little more. But no, you still have to have the hand-eye contact to make contact.
And that's what one of my arguments, and you just helped answer that for me, and I appreciate that. Because you still got to hit the ball.
Yep.
I don't care if you're on steroids, you still got to hit the ball.
You have been a defender of the steroid guys because you just got off the juice last week.
No.
So.
That is a false statement.
I'm just kidding. Ray Fontenot,
good to have you, Ray.
Stay healthy. Best wishes to the family. Ray Fontenot from the McNeese Cowboys, Yankees, Cubs, and Twins. So we're going to throw the Twins in here too. Give them a little respect. All right, we're coming back to wrap it up here at Walk On. Stay right here.
You can count carbs, You can count calories, but it only counts if the beer tastes good. Introducing St. Archer Gold, the ultimate light beer with 95 calories and 2.6 grams of carbs. St. Archer Gold.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations, checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Come in today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
You can count carbs, you can count calories, but it only counts if the beer tastes good. Introducing St. Archer Gold, the ultimate light beer with 95 calories and 2.6 grams of carbs. St. Archer Gold.
All right, welcome back to the show. Many thanks to Ray Fontenot,
Yes.
former Yankee, Cubs, and Twins pitcher. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we tease a lot about, I say that a lot, Bruce Springsteen and Glory Days, especially with the baseball guys. It's fun going back.
It is.
Because the game has changed a lot, and it's gone through so many cycles. You follow the Major League much closer than Kevin and I.
Scooter's our baseball guy.
The eras of baseball and the characters of baseball. He mentioned the late Billy Martin and Earl Weaver from the managerial standpoint. It's fun. And off camera, what did he say about your question about toughest hitter?
Jim Rice.
Yeah,
Said
Jim
the
Rice.
way Jim Rice would go to right field on him.
Slap
all
anything
the
he
time.
threw.
And,
Wow.
And left-hander, he said George Brett.
Yeah, old Kansas City Royal. Yeah.
I wish I'd ask him, all right, those are 2 big names.
Yeah.
Who's the guy we probably never heard of that drove you crazy?
Some
That's
guys,
true, too.
Some guys, like you maybe in your football day, you just maybe couldn't cover that XYZ guy.
Oh, God.
And maybe a pitcher just can't get a guy
He's just,
out.
you know, they say he's got your number.
He's
There's
got your
nothing you
number.
can do about it. You
Yeah,
just got to
he-
deal with it.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, guys. The Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls.
Oh, my God, I'm
I
loving
was out
this,
of
man.
town. I missed it.
Man.
What did I miss?
Oh,
God.
you missed
Well,
the Jordan playing baseball.
Yeah.
Oh, the baseball part of it.
That was some,
ironically
You
enough.
know, a lot of people.
Most of that stuff, it seemed like I'd heard before.
Yeah.
That's been so well chronicled.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, in a misconception, I'm glad Michael, and it kind of upset him, man, when people started talking about his gambling. All the money this dude has, come on, seriously? Seriously, guys, he's got a gambling problem, seriously? And that kind of upset him, man, for the fact that they related that to his dad's death.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's a low blow. That's a low blow.
You're always
man.
going to have theories. I don't know. I don't remember the case. I don't have.
Well,
but
they
there's
found
always going to have a
the guys
conspiracy
that
theory.
did it. They was after his ring, is what it was. I mean,
Conspiracy theories.
all of
Anyway,
that was.
we're obviously worth watching.
proven.
I'll have to catch up on it. I'll have to catch up. That's it.
It's still annoying the way the timeline.
They're
I
still
know,
doing that,
Scooter,
huh?
how they go back.
And people look down and say,
it just-
well, that's the way documentaries are. I don't remember documentaries like that.
No.
I watch a lot of World War II documentaries. You know, they don't.
It
You
gets
know,
to me, too, the
You
way
have
they go
Pearl
back.
Harbor, and you have D-Day.
Yeah, okay. You
know?
like the chronological order.
Yeah, it gets to me, too, Scooter.
I'm with you.
It
on that,
does.
But still,
It does.
magnificent
It's good.
television.
Yeah.
To hear it from
And-
the guy,
Oh, it is.
even after
But
all
you know,
these years.
Michael, with
By the way,
all,
speaking of documentaries, you know, you guys are on Wednesday night, I believe, 6:30, an hour-long special behind the scenes of LSU's championship football season.
oh, that's going to be good.
Of
On
this of
the-
2019.
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
SEC
That's gonna be
network.
good.
On what day?
We should,
this
Wednesday.
week, Wednesday.
Oh, I gotta
Check
watch
that
that,
out.
Scooter.
off the-
That's a
off the-
must-watch,
Of
definitely.
the SEC network.
Must
All right,
watch.
now that we're plugging, don't forget, this show can be seen on CBS Lake Charles.
Yes.
Tuesday nights, Thursday night at 10:05.
Yes.
The hour-long show Saturday night at 11 o'clock.
Please
the
watch
half-hour
us.
version Saturday nights at 6:30.
Turn us on.
And, of course, nightly on Southern Link Cable Channel 4 every night of the week at 9 o'clock. You can catch
Yes.
the show if you missed any part of this or the interview with in segments with Ray Fontenot. Fun time with him. All right. LSU picked up a football recruit. Speaking of LSU football, let's talk a little bit about quarterbacks. Garrett Nussmeier out of Marcus, Texas.
Yeah.
The high school, if you want to go on, it's Flower Mound High School. They were 11-2 last year. He threw for over 3,800 yards, 38 touchdowns.
Close to 4,000 yards.
6'2", about 215, highly rated pro-style quarterback. He's committed early. He's supposed to graduate early and enter LSU in the spring of 2021. Son of Doug Nussmeier, who played for the Saints, Colts, and Vikings, kind of a journeyman, who's currently the quarterback coach for the Dallas Cowboys up north. Born and raised in Lake Charles.
Scooter knows him.
Born, you're right.
Scooter has ties with him. Scooter knows him.
Son. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about him. Well, you said you know him, right?
Well,
Tell us a little bit.
His wife, his mom, I think her name is Christy, is from here, right?
From here.
From here.
And, I mean, I met Doug a few times when he was living here. And as I remember, I mean, the Garrett is right-handed, but Doug was a left-hander.
You got a better memory than me.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But no, I don't claim to know him, but I do remember when he was with the Saints and living here in the off-season, I guess it was.
Yeah.
You know, I met him a few times. But,
one of the sidebars of this, Kevin, this kid's highly ranked out of Texas. You know, high school football in Texas. There's some other top name dual threat and pro-style quarterback recruits that still have LSU on their top 3. A kid out of California and another one out of South Texas, out of Katy, that have not ruled LSU off. They're saying their public statement is, we welcome the competition.
Let me say this.
We may be coming
it's
to.
It's a little different, guys. Quarterbacks falling over themselves to get to LSU.
I know.
Let me tell you something. When you win an NC, things change, baby. National championship, things change.
Wins the Heisman.
My point, Scooter. People start to look like, whoa, what do they have at LSU? Things are looking pretty good over there. Let me check it out.
It's feast or famine. I mean, Miles Brennan in 2021
He's gonna have
will
some
be
competition,
a senior.
Rick.
He's
going to have some competition.
You've got still no word on this. What's the word on this Peter Parrish? Is he out of the doghouse?
I do not know.
No. With the pandemic, nobody knows anything.
Yeah.
And they still, of course, they got the young guys out of Georgia. The son of the former quarterback, Brad Johnson, coming. So, I mean, a lot of talent.
Yeah.
Feast and famine.
And the thing about it, Rick, when you look at it, and we've talked about it before on the show, it's win now. You can't grow a guy from a freshman up to wanting to be a senior or a junior quarterback. Those days are gone. Those days are gone.
What happens
you want
with
to win now.
As we saw this week too.
Yes.
You know, you get as many as you can, and
that's right,
that
Scooter.
Transfer portal.
That's right, Scooter. It's open.
Alabama has lost the younger brother of Tua. The Tagliavoa, the younger Tagliavoa, is entering the transfer portal and reportedly leaving Alabama. So you're right. Stockpile them.
It is.
And
it does.
See where the chips
See what
fall.
you got.
There you go. All right. Hey, great having you aboard. Guidry in the Bronco orange. Hobbs with the Texas University of Texas
University worker shirt.
Lime green. I don't know. I'm boring over here in my baby blue.
I like it,
Thanks
Scooter.
for being here. Stay safe, everybody. We'll see you next time.
SoundOff 60 airs on Suddenlink Cable Channel 4 Monday through Sunday nights at 9. Post your questions and comments for the guys and access our website and our great advertising partners at SoundOff60TV.com.